All right, welcome. I know why you're watching this video. You're wondering how can you cut really small pieces of tile, perhaps some mosaic tile like this. Maybe you're doing a backsplash in a kitchen, or maybe a shower mosaic custom shower niche. Whatever you may be cutting it for, it's a challenge, right? How do you get it to be cut perfectly 90 degrees? When they come in these sheets, because they don't sell them like this. You have to make those cuts. Can you see that? I actually cut off the bottoms of those little pieces of tile. So how did I do it? And also for the little pieces that you need to kind of plug some of those imperfect little areas. Get a better view here. You know, how do you make such a small cut like that? What is the best tool? So let's go ahead and get started. So one technique here, take a piece of wood or a straight edge and clamp it down. And of course, put it over where you want to be cut, using it as kind of the marker of where you're going to be cutting. So here I need to knock off those bottom tips for a nice straight edge. So I will clamp them down. Now you don't actually have to use a piece of wood or a straight edge if they're in full sheets like this, but it's definitely recommended. You don't want that stuff slipping and whatnot. Get some eye protection as well. And what we're going to be using is a grinder, a handheld grinder. If you don't have one of these, totally awesome. I did a separate video that reviews this thing, so you can see, you know, the brand and what it comes with, and I talk more about the power and whatnot. So you can search for that if you're interested. Search for that in my channel, and I will pop links down below for this and really any other thing that is relevant tool-wise or supply-wise to get the job done. But for the most part, this tool, and I'll show you another one too that will be really helpful in a minute. But this thing is awesome. It knocks down those edges really cleanly. Is it perfect? We'll take a look here in a second. Let me knock that last one out. Had to move the clamp a little bit. All right, you can see there, one chip, not bad. You can clean that up if you need to on your tile saw. If there is a chip, if it's too bad of a chip, obviously you'll have to determine, do I need to recut it, or will that suffice, right? Now I'm going to be hiding the edges of this, so I'm not particularly concerned with, now big chips I am, that has no place, right? But the small to really medium-sized chips, I'm going to be covering it with another tile over it, over that unfinished edge. So, all right, here it's lightly clamped down, and I'm just kind of going through and cutting it off with the grinder, just like you saw before. So that's a really nice, effective way to get that 90-degree cut on a sheet. I've heard of people putting them on the tile, the wet saw, and that glue right there basically disintegrates. So that's a hot mess if you ask me. I can't imagine putting this floppy mosaic sheet on to a wet saw and having that stable. Now, if you have a wet saw that glides, fine, if the tray itself glides. But here is how you can get around that. Get your Dremel out and make sure you have a diamond wheel on it. So this is the second tool I was talking about. Highly recommended. It's a really thin blade or wheel on there, so it's going to give you a lot of precision and a lot of control. And what we're doing here, you certainly have the option to cut all the way through that if you want to, but I am basically laying a predetermined path for my grinder to go over it later to significantly reduce chipping, because that grinder wheel is pretty big and hefty. It can do a lot, right? It's got a lot of power. But the Dremel wheel with a diamond blade on it, or the Dremel with a diamond blade, is, if you cut through that finished surface first, just lightly, so in this case the white, and then you come back over it with the grinder, it's going to give you a really nice finished look. Is it factory finished? Of course not. But you can clean that up on your wet tile saw a little bit, kind of polish out some of those edges against the blade of your saw, the side of your saw blade. And look at that. Is it, again, 100%? No. That's going to work really nicely, and I think it's a really easy and efficient way to cut that on the sheets. Now, as far as individual tiles go, because you're going to need to pop some of those off and install them against edging and whatnot, you can go ahead and get them out, and I like to organize them. So I'll need like 5 that look like this, for example, and 2 that look like something else, and 3 that look like something else, right? So you can kind of copy your measurements and get them all penciled out onto the tile surface there. And you can do kind of 2 at a time, depending on how many clamps you have. I like to clamp them directly. And again, I'm taking my Dremel tool, and I am with the diamond blade on it, and just about 5-6 passes lightly. Put it on full steam, maybe second to last. In terms of power, you want it rotating really fast, right? And it's going to eat through that porcelain very nicely. And again, a very thin blade, so it's going to create a nice finished edge. And then you can either cut all the way through, or you can get your grinder out and finish it off. And of course, do a little light polishing with the side of your wet tile saw blade like that. And you can play around with the angle and whatnot, but look at that. Again, not perfect, but I'm happy with that. That's very nice. Do a few more here for you, just to show you the technique again if you are interested. And it is fast forwarded a little bit. Make sure those clamps are nice and secure. And I'm not pressing down hard at all with the Dremel tool. It's better to do several light passes. Now you do have to have a steady hand. You don't want to rotate at the wrist too much, but rotate more at the arm or the body level. If you can stand in front of it, unlike what I'm doing, that would be better. But do some practice runs. Make sure you feel good about it. Any slight twitch of the hand will make that blade run off the path, especially at the beginning when there is no path, right? It would slip a little easier. And look at that. Take the grinder and push that right out. And I've got a really small piece. So you can, get pretty darn small with your cuts here. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's a pretty small piece. And of course we can grout that up, clean that up, and that is basically how you do it. All right, hopefully this video has been helpful for you.